Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesigningtechtips.com. Well, we've been creating some custom buttons and various different buttons. We got buttons that pop up videos, got buttons that change color when you hover over them. We got dual line buttons, dual line with links, and we got growing buttons there. Today we're going to make some round buttons, and these are totally made from scratch, really easy to do with a Divi theme. So let's get started. If you enjoyed this video today, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share and subscribe to the channel. It lets me know whether to make more videos on a specific topic or not. Okay, well, let's enable the visual builder so we can build on the front end. Once enabled, let's go down where we want to work. I've got a row here, got 5 little columns in it. Let's change that to 6. There we go, and I'm going to work on this next column here. I'm going to add a new module. Divi is standard, comes with all the light grey modules, plenty enough to build any website with. The dark blue modules there are from Divi Supreme, which is a great plugin for the Divi theme, but we're not using that today. We're just using the regular Divi theme modules, and I'm going to use the text one right here. Obviously get rid of the content, put in whatever you want your button to say. If we roll on down, there's the link. This is where you can link your button. So if somebody clicks on it, put your URL in there, take them where you want to take them. Common best practice is if you're linking to your own site, leave it in the same window. If you're linking to another site or off site, open it in a new tab so your site stays open. Next along, we've got the background, so we'll choose a background color for our button. Let's make this one purple. We had blue last time. Can actually see the writing just in there, but we'll organize this in a moment. So now we've got the content of our button. Let's go over to our design. Firstly, the text. Well, I'm going to make it sort of semi-bold. I'm going to make it white in color so we can see it against that background. And I want to pop it in the middle also. There we go, fantastic. Next thing I want to do is go down to our sizing, because this is where we're going to dictate the shape of our button. So I'm going to go into sizing. Now to make it round, we need to start off with a square, so it needs to be equal height and width. So width wise, I'm going to give it 70. I think that's what I used before. Obviously you want to make it for the amount of text you've got in there. Now we're doing a single line of text. I will show you how to do double lines in a minute. It's very easy to do. So 70 is going to work for that. And like I said, we want equal width and height. So let's go down a bit and put 70 in the height as well. Just need to put the 70 in. It'll put the pixels in there for you. Fantastic. Well, we've got our square now. And what we want to do is we want to turn it into a circle. To do that, we need to go down to our border. I'm going to put in 50%. As long as you've got this chain linked in the middle, it'll do all 4 at once for you. And there we are, we've got a circle. Fantastic. Next thing we want to do is we want to align our text or put it where we want it. I mean, you can have it top, bottom, middle, wherever you want. But to do that, we're going to use a bit of padding on the top. So if we roll up a bit, go back into our spacing. Here's padding on the top. Start off with 10. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. Let's try 20. That's about right. And you can fine tune if you want to with these little arrows here. And 21 look pretty good right there. Okay, so we've got the shape. We've got the actual what we want it to say, and we've got a link. Let's have it change color when we hover over it like a lot of buttons do. And also I want to make sure it's in the center of my little column here. So to make sure it's in the center, let's go back to our sizing, module alignment. There we go, it's in the center now. We'll go back to our content and make a hover color. To do that, here's our background color. Common to most Divi modules, go ahead and roll over the black writing there. Go over to the little arrow if there's one. That'll enable you to set a desktop state, which is when your mouse is not on it, and a hover state, which is when your mouse is on it. So we're going to have it purple on desktop, and let's have it blue perhaps when we're hovering over. Yeah, let's make it red for more excitement. So when we hover, it's going to be red. On desktop, it's going to be blue. If you want to slow the actual effect down where it changes colors, and you can get some nice color effects if you slow it down quite a lot, go over to Advanced, Transitions, bring the transition duration down a little bit to say, I don't know, 3/4 of a second, whatever works for you. And transition speed curve I tend to use for these is ease in and ease out. So let's save what we've got and have a look at our little button now. Let's exit the Visual Builder. And roll on down. There's our little button. And as you can see, when we go on it, it's sort of turning red. It's taking 3/4 of a second, and we get off. It's easing back out to the purple again. There's a little sort of browny colors in between the variations there. So that was really easy. Now you might have more text. For instance, we got 2 lines of text right there. Again, really easy to do. Let's enable the Visual Builder. We'll roll on down to where we were working. I'll clone this button. Simply hit the 2 little squares to clone it. Drag one of them across. Doesn't matter which one. They're both exactly the same. So we've done most of the hard work there already. So let's go into this one and we'll change that text. So let's say more. And I'm going to do a single space, which is Shift and Enter. Info. And there it is right there. As you can see, we've got 2 lines. Now if you want to tighten those up and get them a little closer to each other than they are there, let's go over to our design. We'll go to our text again. We'll go down to the actual line height itself. We can take the line height down. When you're happy with the way it looks, just leave it there. You can always adjust the padding if you want to bring it up and down. To do that, back into our spacing. And again, you can increment down or up, whichever way you want to go, to put it where you want it. Really easy to do. Now the only other button we did there was that one. The only difference is it looks kind of 3D because it's got a gradient on it. So if I copy this one again, drag one of them across, again it doesn't matter because they're both exactly the same. In the Content tab, let's go down, Background. Instead of a color this time, we'll put in a gradient. I'm going to hit the Gradient tab, add a gradient. I'm going to make it radial so it looks more like a round button. To do that, Gradient Type, Radial. There we go. As you can see, the blue is the top bit and the green is the outside bit. So let's make that purple. And we'll make the other bit white, so it's like a shiny button. You can play with the start and stop positions if you want to, make it deeper or brighter, however you want to do it. Get quite a sharp little button if you do that. I find that with these ones with the light center, might want to change the text color to a dark color just so it stands out a bit more. But that's entirely up to you. There we go. Let's save that. Save our changes and have a look at what we've got now. Let's go on down. There's our first little button with a home on it. There's our little twin line button, exactly the same styling on it. And here's our gradient button. And we didn't put a hover color in there, it's just a regular button. So there you go guys, that's how to create custom round buttons using the Divi theme text module. Nice little feature to have on your site, and you can get some really interesting things going if you play with it. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.